This is Whiskey 2, Whiskey Lima Delta in upstate New York. Net control for the Air Force's Flyers Club net. It begins at the top of the hour in just about 15 minutes. W2WLD.
W2WLD, W5ABI. Good S-sign signal this morning, Bill. Over.
Yeah, as are you. Same thing, Joe. Over.
Good. Thanks for the report. W5ABI, standing by for net. K4YES W5ABI, you're down in the noise, about an S4, over. Okay, thanks for the report. W5ABI, standing by for net. K1DOB, W5ABI, how's your weather up there, Bob? Over.
Hey, good morning, Joe. Oh, let's see. I misplaced my weather machine here, but I was looking at it in my bedroom before I came down. It was 1 degree. 1 degree, Joe. But it's on the positive side.
Okay, we had 15 this morning, so that's pretty cold for Las Cruces. Supposed to warm up by the weekend. Thanks for the report, Bob. K1DOB, W5ABI.
Yeah, you're S8 here, Joe. Well, I'm on just a wire antenna, but pushing some pretty good wattage, about 800 or 900. So, well, I hope I can get in on this. I can hear Bill okay. W2WLD, I'll be standing by the Air Force Flyers Club Net that starts in about 11 minutes.
Yeah, thanks for the report, Bob. The W5ABI standing by for net.
This is Whiskey 2, Whiskey Lima Delta, upstate New York. Net control for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net that begins at the top of the hour in just about 10 minutes. W2WLD. W6LJS, W2WLD.
KB0LTT Mobile, check in.
Back to Larry, KB0LTT, W2WLD.
Thank you, Bill. Nice signal coming into Wisconsin. KB0LTT Mobile.
Yeah, you're F9. WA6LJS, W2WLD. WA6LJS, WW5END relay.
This is WA6LJS. You guys caught me in the other room there. Go ahead, Bill. Were you calling W2WLD, WA6LJS?
Yes, sir. You're a good S9, but I've got a lot of background noise. I'd say it's 2-5 copies. If Don shows up today, would you be able to simulcast him in, please?
Will call. Yeah, I'll certainly be able to do that. I'll go over to Echo Lake, see if he's in there. Very good. You're coming in almost S9, so you're doing good here. W2WLD, WA6LJS.
Yeah, well, you'd be booming in if I didn't have all this background noise. But you are 2-5 copies, Don, and thank you. W2WLD.
W2WLD, W4PUO. You're 5 and 7 here, Bill.
Morning, William. You're 5-8. Good signal.
Thank you. Standing by for the net.
WA6LJS, W5ABI.
Yeah, W5ABI, WA6LJS. Good morning, Joel. You're not at your usual strength today. You're only about an S7, over.
Oh, boy, you're F10. You must be one way. I'm copying Bill real well. He's copying me. I was just wondering, they've got fires down in San Diego County. Hopefully you're not affected, over.
Yeah, you went down in the noise there. Did you ask a question? Over.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. I'm putting out about 1,000 watts. So, yeah, I was just wondering if fortunately you're not there were fires in San Diego County. Hopefully you're not affected. Over.
Yeah, we're not affected yet. I hope we won't be. We're still under red flag warning, but it's very calm out there. No wind to speak of, so I hope it stays that way. But they had some spot fires up around Ramona and a few other places, but they got them under control real quick. So as long as the wind stays down, we're okay, I think. Anyway, I'll be standing by. I'm going to go quickly get another cup of coffee. This is W2WLD standing by for the net at the top of the hour.
W5ABI standing by for net.
W7AJN, WW5ENZ. W5ABI, WW5ENZ.
Go ahead, Mike. WW5ENZ, W5ABI.
Yeah, W5ABI. Yeah, you're 20 over here in Oklahoma, so you might just have the beam pointed towards me instead of out west.
Actually, I got it pointing east, so 20 over here, about the same here. John's only copying me in California, so and Bill's copying me outside, so it's just propagation, over.
Yeah, roger that. WW5ENZ, standing by for the net.
W4PUO, you're 5-9. Good morning,
I just wanted to see if I heard out there years ago.
WW5ENZ.
Well, you're only about 10 over. Yeah, I think you doubled the, yeah, you got a good signal too, Lee. W4PUO, W5ABI, you're 5-9.
Yourself.
And I make this official. KL7YK on RF one time anyway. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. KL7YK.
N5BE, W5ABI.
W5ABI, N5BE. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning. Did you copy KL7YK? He was in and out.
Yeah, I got him so annotated on NetLogger.
Okay, thanks. I wasn't sure. W5ABI, standing by for net.
W4PUO, WW5ENZ.
W4PUO, WW5ENZ is calling you.
Yeah, Mike, WW5ENZ, W4PUO, go ahead.
Wow, Lee, I had you really strong there, and all of a sudden you dropped into the weeds, so I don't know what happened. WW5ENZ.
No copy. I think your signal dropped way down into my noise, Mike, if you're copying me. W4PUO.
Roger that, W4PUO. Yeah, it happened to both of us. I don't know what went wrong there. WW5ENZ, standing by for the net. WW5ENZ. Yellow 1, 2, 3, 4, here myself. I'm in control here. Good morning. This is Whiskey 2, Whiskey Lima Delta. Net Control for the Air Force's Flyers Club, an association of members and veterans of the military air services from all branches of the armed forces. Our membership includes air crew, ground crew, missile crew, air traffic control, and all aviation support personnel. Our net meets on this frequency. It's 1600 UTC every day of the year. Our purpose is to promote fellowship among radio amateurs who devoted a portion of their lives to support the missions of our air forces. If you want more information about us, please check out our website, airforcesflyersclub.org. I say again, airforcesflyersclub.org. The next format is to establish a list using a variety of sources, including obviously direct check-ins, NetLogger, Echolink, where we have a conference node, AFFC, and by monitoring select web SDR sites like Utah number 2. This is a control net. You do not have to be a member or be associated with the military or aviation to check in. We welcome guests. To contact Net Control initially, please use one of the words contact, relay, info, or check-in as appropriate. Once the list is established, we go down the list for comments. We do like to limit those to about 2 minutes if possible. Time remaining, we'll go back down the list a second time for a 73 round. If you wish to be a short timer, please let me know up front so that we can put you near the top of the list. My name is Bill, Bravo India Lima, located in upstate New York near the capital Albany. And again, my call sign is Whiskey 2, Whiskey Lima Delta. Break. Okay, the list as I have it so far is as follows. We have a couple of mobile stations. We have Uncle Cliff, W5PIX. We have Larry, KB0LTT. I think he said he's in Wisconsin. We've got a beautiful signal today. We have a guest, Robert, Whiskey 2, Romeo Victor Lima. Good morning, Robert. We have our NetLogger 0, Lee, N5BE. And Lee, you've been right with me as these people check in and check out, putting them right where I was putting them, so I appreciate that. And we heard Tom this morning, KA4YES. Good morning, Tom. We have John, KA Yankee Oscar, and Russell, KHAF. We have our commander, Bob, K1BOB. Good morning, Bob. And we have Joe, W5ABI, with a nice signal this morning. I see John checked in, W7AJN. We have Chief Mike, WW5ENG. And we have Charlie, K4YDB, who is live streaming our net. If you want to watch the live stream, go to your YouTube and enter his call sign, Kilo 4 Yankee Delta Bravo, and it'll pop right up for you. And for those of you who are interested in answering the questions, they are usually displayed there for you to read rather than have to copy down. And we have out in Humul, John, WA6LJS. Good morning, John. And I heard Lee, W4PUO. Break. Okay, took a quick glance at NetLogger. I don't see any other stations that have checked in. On that list, does anyone want to be a short timer? Please let me know now.
W4PUO.
Okay, that's who Lee is, a short timer, W4PUO. Anybody else? Good morning, Jack, KM4CAX. And Jack wants to be a short timer also. Anyone else? Okay, are there any other check-ins for the Air Force's Flyers Club? Call now. Nothing on WA6LJS. Would you please put out a call from California? Over.
Wilco, this WA6LJS relaying for net control for the Wednesday morning Air Force Flyers Net. We're looking for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call now. All's quiet out west. Back to net.
Okay, we don't have our big guns in Texas. Well, let's try Chief Mike. WW5ENZ, would you put out a call, please?
Roger, Roger. This is WW5ENZ relaying for net control. Looking for check-ins for the Air Force's Flyers Club. Please come now. WW5ENZ standing by. W2WLD, nothing heard here. WW5ENZ.
Okay, thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate that. Let's see, we do have a couple questions of the day. I can go through those, and again, they are displayed on the live stream on YouTube. Let me grab my question.
Check in.
All right, we're talking today about the German V2 FI-103 unguided missile, which was deployed in the thousands against London in World War II. Propelled by a pulse jet engine, and it made a buzzing sound as it flew, which resulted in the Allies referring to it usually as the buzz bomb. It was also known by a few other names, so which of the following was not? Which of the following was not a reference to the V1 buzz bomb? Alpha, hellhound. Alpha, hellhound. Bravo, doodlebug. Bravo, doodlebug. Charlie, maybug. Charlie, maybug. Delta, flying torpedo. Delta, flying torpedo. Or Echo, all of the above names referred to the V1. Echo, all of the above names referred to the V1. And we have a bonus question. What caused the V1 to buzz? What caused the V1 to buzz? Alpha, an attached buzzing device added to instill terror. Alpha, an attached buzzing device added to instill terror. Bravo, the pulse jet engine exhaust. Bravo, the pulse jet engine exhaust. Charlie, the V1 had wooden wings, and the buzzing was a resonant sound. Wooden wing resonant sound. Charlie, wooden wing resonant sound. Or Delta, louvers cycling near the intake. Delta, louvers cycling near the intake. Does anyone need a repeat of any or all of that? Come now. Okay, well, very good. Let's start down the list. I think I'll take my short timers first, and then we'll go to our mobiles, and then we have a guest. So, Lee, W4PUO, W2WLD. You're up, sir.
Thank you, Bill. W2WLD, W4PUO. You know, it's pretty icy and cold here in Houston, but that's all relative. You guys up there in New York are suffering with normal weather, I guess, for you this time of year. Well, let's see the question. I've watched a lot of movies where the buzz bombs were pictured. So what little I know about it, I'm going to say for the first question, the main question, I'm going to say Delta. And for the bonus question, I'm also going to say Delta, because I don't think it was the exhaust so much as the front end of that pulse jet. So I'm going to say Delta for my answer. And thank you, Bill, for running the net this morning. And 7-3 to all the Flyers. W4PUO.
Well, you're welcome, Lee. That's your answer is double D. And no, it's a balmy 8 degrees here today. 8 degrees. Let's go to our other short timer, Jack, KM4CAX, W2WLD. You're up, Jack.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning. You know, my window is about 2 inches of snow. Yes. I just want to say that we had different snow here in Florida. It's going to be cold for about 3 days. Get down into the trees. Probably some of this stuff will melt. 60 inches a day. Sun is shining. The question, why has it been season B1? I'm going to say echo. I don't know if this is a false question or not. I can't tell here. Anyway, what causes you want to buzz? I guess. Yeah. Anyway, quick in and out for me. I've got a bunch of stuff I'm going to do. Bill, W2WLD Bills to do with the net. This one is this KM4CAX 73.
Okay, Jack, 73. Yeah, you're an S9 plus off the side of the beam. And got your answer. And no, I'm not like Lee. I do not intentionally match the answers. If it happens, it happens. But I don't go out of my way to do that. All right, let's get our mobiles, and then we'll go to Robert, our guest. Cliff, Uncle Cliff, W5TIX, W2WLD. You're up, sir.
Good question. I really don't know. So anyway, well, you're very fine, Cliff. And I couldn't hear you locally, but you did come up on Utah number 2, so I caught most of the end of that. So very good. Let's go to Larry, KB0LTC, W2WLD. You're up, Larry.
Yeah, good morning once again, Bill, and good morning to all the flyers. Let's see, kind of a crummy, chilly day here. I was in Wisconsin, now I'm in northern Illinois. But the current weather conditions at the southern Wisconsin Regional Airport, I've got winds 0 at 17. It is overcast at 1,100 feet. Light snow. Visibility 1.5 miles. Temperature is 12. Compared to yesterday with the high temperature of 0. Oh, that's a heat wave. Dew point 9, humidity 85%, and the altimeter 3009er. And as far as the questions go, Bill, I'm going to go with all of the above. For the first one, and as for the second one, it was kind of given away in the first question. So going with the pulse jet engine for the answer on the second question there. I don't remember the designations, but I'm going with the pulse jet engine and all of the above. W2WLD in the Flyers, KB0LCC 18 Will Mobile, Illinois.
Yeah, beautiful signal, Larry, and you can the temperature. Quickly, I think I've said this before, but first time I visited my in-laws in western Minnesota during the dead of winter, we were there for about 10 days. And the day we left, it warmed up to 24 below. Let's see if Robert is there. W2RVL, W2WLD. Robert, if you're there, what do you have for our net? Over. He probably can't hear me. John, would you give him a call? He's in New York. Over. WA6LJS, W2WLD. Would you give W2RVL a call?
Wilco, W2RVL, Whiskey 2 Romeo Victor Lima, you're up. WA6LJS relay. I don't hear anything here, Bill. Back to net.
Okay, thank you, John. Well, you may just be listening in. Let's go to Lee. N5 Bravo Echo, W2WLD. You're up, sir.
W2WLD N5BE. Good morning, Bill, and good morning, everyone. And I love this question. And I've got a friend here locally. She was born in the UK. Actually, no, that's not true. She was born in Ireland, lived most of her life in the UK. She's in her late 80s now. I love talking to her. And she was evacuated to Ireland by her family during the Blitz, during the Battle of the Battle of Britain, and then they moved back to the UK. And she vividly described the V1s coming over. I don't think people really understand the magnitude of the attack of this weapon. Almost 10,000 of these things were launched, and they killed thousands of civilians in the UK. And listening to her describe that thing coming at you, it's so helpless. It's like a tornado coming at you. There's nothing you can do, and you just hope it goes somewhere else. Second story. We had one of these engines at my college, and if you were a good student, they let you run the thing, and boy, that thing was noisy. I mean, it had an irritating sound to it that was just grates on you, and I just can't imagine being underneath one of those things again, praying that the buzzing continues and it goes someplace else. So on to the answers. I'm going Echo. I'm pretty sure about that one. Now, Bill, on the Bose question, there's some chicanery here. So I'm going to cover my bets. With the chicanery. I'm going with Bravo and Delta. Cause and effect, chicken or egg, don't know. Bravo and Delta.
Okay, chicanery. I heard. Good grief. All right, got your answer, Lee. Quick story. My dad flew P-47s over during World War II. And he was on R&R in London, and he was in a dining room and he heard one of these bunch bombs going by, and he looked at the Brits, and they were all either smoking or eating or drinking their tea, whatever they did. They didn't even look up. And he finally asked someone at a neighboring table, what do we do? Should we be taking selfies? And the answer was, well, as long as you can hear it, you're okay. It's when the noise stops that you have to worry. All right, let's go to Tom, KA4YES, W2WLD. Mighty fine, Tom, and I want to thank you for helping keep your frequency open this morning. I know you got on really early. Appreciate it. And got your answers. Let's go to John, Yankee Oscar, W2WLD. John, you're up. Okay, John, got you with Delta. Let's go to Russell, Air Force, W2WLD. Russ, you're up.
W2WLD, K8AF. Good morning, everybody on the flyer. Thank you, Bill, for taking the net. It's a beautiful sunny day, 14 degrees in Ellensburg, Washington. Looks like it's going to be a good day. For the question, I'm going to go with Charlie Delta. Charlie Delta is going to be my answer on this one, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I can't imagine the folks having to endure the bombing like that. It's unimaginable for us. So But thank you again, and I'll be here to the end. W2WLD K8AF.
You're welcome, Russ, and I actually enjoy doing this. Let's go to our Commander Bob. K1BOB, W2WLD. You're up, sir.
Well, good morning, Bill. I hope you can hear me. I'm on Dale's rig, hearing it better on mine, though, so I'm not sure which one's working better. I think he's got this pointed northwest, not towards you. Very interesting question there. I think the A, B, and C were used. I never heard flying torpedo, though. I never heard that one. It had a lot of names for it. Always known by the buzz bomb to me. So put me down for Delta on the first question, Bill. And the noise was from the pulse jet exhaust and the louvers cycling ahead of them near the intake. So I don't know what to say on that. I'll go with what Lee said. He's got me scratching my head. Otherwise, I would have said pulse jet exhaust. I think it was a combination of both, actually, but the very rapid buzzing might have been from those doors. So that might have been the causal part, which it needed to make a pulse jet run, I guess. So put me down for D. So, well, double Ds, Bill. Oh, that's got to be a lucky one. Put me down for double Ds, please. Thank you for running the net. And good to hear everybody out there today. Lee, thanks for doing the net logger. And Charlie, the YouTube, so I can watch it on YouTube. K1BOB, back to W2WLD.
A good choice on the radios, Bob. I could barely hear you on your own setup, but you did solid S9, S9 Plus using Dale's station. And got your answer as double D's. Let's see, Joe, W5ABI, W2WLD. You're up, Joe.
Yeah, W2WLD and the Flyers, W5ABI. Good morning, Bill, and good morning to the Flyers. Thanks for running the net. Another cold morning here. Finally got up to 24. It was 15 when we got up. But we're going up to highs of 55. That's good news. No winds, calm winds. Anyhow, interesting, at White Sands missile range, which is about 20 miles north of us here, as you go through the gate on the left, there's a historic launch complex, and they got the V2, I think. I don't know if they have the V1 there, but it's interesting. The guy that designed all these, Werner von Braun, his first duty station was White Sands, so you never know after the war when they start grabbing up scientists. I don't know the answer. I'm going to just take a guess at it, and I'm going to go with Delta and Bravo, and we'll be here at the bottom. W2WLD, W5ABI.
Yeah, good signal, Joe, and got your comments and your answer. Thank you. Let's go to John, W7AJN, W2WLD. You're up, sir.
W2WLD, W7AJN. Good morning, Bill. Thanks for taking the net, and good morning to all the Flyers out there. It's a sunny day here in Peoria, Arizona. It started out at freezing. We got freezing overnight. I think long. It was freezing. It started up. Now it's we got 41 degrees right now. Supposed to go up to 66. So a nice winter day here in Peoria. Girls doing fine, so we're happy about that. On your question, Bill, I'm going to go with Delta. Those seem to be logical. I have an aunt who was a nurse went to England during that time, and she related about to me one time about the bug bomb. So I have a little bit of history with that one. Anyway, good net, Bill, and good question. And I'll be here to the bottom. W2WLD, W7AJN.
Fine business here. A solid copy on my local radio here today, John. And I thank you for the update on the ladies. I'm glad they're doing well. And got your answer. Let's go to Keith Mike, WW5ENZ, W2WLD. You're up, Mike.
Okay, W2WLD. This is WW5ENZ. Good morning, and good morning to everybody on the net. This is, before I get to the question, we got 33 degrees now. It's the first time I think we've been above freezing in a couple of days. But the sun is out, and it's a little bit of wind, so I don't know if I go out walking or anything yet. But anyway, it's looking pretty good. Maybe it'll get warmer tomorrow. As far as the question goes, this is a good one, though. And I don't know I know this wasn't a Lee question because Lee went ahead and answered it. So, but let me give it a wild guess here. I'm going to go with D on question 1, which is I never heard it called that. That's kind of neat, but I just never heard that called that. And on the bonus question, this was a tough one because I always thought there was louvers on the exhaust that made the noise. And so the question doesn't really, the question says, get exhaust, and it also says louvers cycling near the intake. So, gosh darn it, I guess the most correct, and I'm probably totally wrong here, Bill, but I'm going to go with C because, theoretically the exhaust will cycle to the louvers. So my answer is going to be Delta Bravo. And I almost didn't make the net today. I went out to the base, to get a few things that we were, short of. Not really a big shopping trip. I had to drop a package off to my grandson's birthday. But when I was coming off the base, there were 13 vehicles going off the base. So I don't know what happened there. But anyway, luckily I was only like 3 or 4 from the gate, so got out. So that's the one chance you take when you go on a base. There are only chances of high security. And anyway, today there was. All right, that's it for me. But I'll be hit to the bottom, Bill. And great net, and I can pretty much hear everybody without the SDR. And me, I heard a couple times really strong. I don't know, but it comes and goes. Anyway, turning it back to you, Bill. W2WLD, WW5ENZ, and my answers was Delta Bravo.
Okay, Mike, very fine, and we're sure glad you made it to the base and back and are here with us sharing the net, and I like your analysis. Let's go to Charlie. Charlie, thanks again for the live streaming. K4YDB, W2WLD.
W2WLD, K4YDB. Oh, stand by a minute. Yeah, there we go. W2WLD, K4YDB. I didn't tune up. My ramp started to tune up, so I just let it finish. But hope everybody's having a good morning right now. It's about 27 degrees here. It was 9 degrees when I woke up this morning. It's supposed to be up into the mid 30s today. Good news is the sun is out. Finally get some sunshine, so maybe that'll help get some temperatures up just a little bit more. Got to do some running around downtown again today. I've been on the phone all morning with insurance companies and things and looking over new policies and trying to figure out what I needed to do to get this stuff done. Anyway, as far as the question goes, I think I'm just going to go with D on the first and D on the second. I'll just do DD. W2WLD, K4YDB. I'm back to net.
Dr. DD, Charlie, very good. And you're the strongest signal coming in here off the side of the beam. 10 dB over SI and beautiful audio as usual. Okay, let's see. John, we'll go to Hamul. WA6LJS. Are you still under a red flag? Over.
Yeah, good morning, Bill and the net. This is WA6LJS. Yeah, we're still under high wind warning, although it's very calm here, thank goodness. But
they thought it was going to end last night, but they brought them up again, and I think it's going to be till Thursday that we get rid of this thing. But so we're on pins and needles, just hoping that there's no major heavy wind or fires. They had some spot fires up around Poway and Romamona, I think it was, but they got them under control real quick, and there wasn't real high winds. That's the big danger, you know. If those fires happen, even if they're a small one, if we get 60-mile-an-hour winds, there's no way of controlling it. Anyway, but because of the Santa Ana winds, there's some warm weather coming here. Right now it's 50 degrees, and it's supposed to go up to about 77 or 78 later today. We've got overcast here. That's no sunshine yet, so we'll see how it's going to be. Let's see. Answer to the question. I'm going to go with Alpha, the Hellhound. I don't think it was ever called that. It may have been, but put me down for Alpha for the first part, and then the second part, I think it's the Pulse Jet, so Bravo. So put me down for A, B for the question. And by the way, we're getting a lot of new member applications. One just came in a little while ago. Mike will be interested to talk to this guy. He was B-52 aircrew, and be interesting to have him in the group. I've got to get his paperwork rolling. And then we had another one come in yesterday who was an HH-43 rescue pilot. So flying the HH-43 chopper, I think Dale will be interested to talk with him because that's kind of stuff that Dale did there. Other than that, thanks for running things, Phil. You're doing pretty good. You're about an ass bouncer between a 7 and an 8, so you're very Q5 locally. Back to you, W2WLD, WA6LJS.
Yeah, Q5 copy, John. I've got that loud background noise of you booming right over it. So, okay, on the new members, I attribute much of that to NetLogger. I think we probably, it'd be interesting if we had a question on the application, how did you hear about us? And it used to be they had to stumble across our net or be recruited by one of us, but I think NetLogger has had a big impact. And I think Mike, W5ENG, was the first one to recommend using NetLogger. So good job, Mike. Let's see, who do we have next? We have another Mike, KF0OPE, W2WLD. You're up, Mike.
Well, good morning, Bill, and all the flyers and visitors on the net this morning. It's amazing how warm 26 degrees feels when it's been in the minus single digits. I walked out of the house this morning and it feels pretty nice outside at 26 degrees. It's up to 31 now. I think we're going to be up into the high 30s today. As to the answer to the question, I'm going to go with Echo for the first one and Delta Bravo for the second one. I agree with Lee and Chief Mike. There's some cause and effect between those two, and I don't think you can have the sound without either one of those. I'll be here till the bottom. Back to W2WLD on the net, KF0OP.
Very fine, Mike, and nice signal, in spite of my noise level here. Let's go to James, KG5PTE, W2WLD. James, you're up.
W2WLD, KG5PT. Sorry for getting in here there, Bill. Just got walked in the door about 10 minutes after the net started and cranked everything up, and then appreciate Leon putting me on the bottom here. Answer the question. I'll just follow Mike, KF0OP, Echo, Bravo, and Delta. I really haven't had time to look at it, so I'm just throwing my guess out there for the record. And as far as NetLogger goes, you know, I mentioned that NetLogger to the Flyers Club a long time ago, and they talked about it, but then I guess, you know, Mike was the one that was brave enough to actually say, hey, let's get this thing going. So right on, Chief Mike, for getting us to use NetLogger. It's a good program. and I wouldn't know what to do without it. So I've recommended it for Net for many years and for a long time. It's a darn good tool to have. And another thing is Charlie running this live stream. It has been a great blessing as well. So good tools here. And there's a third one out there if you guys want to check into it. It's called Discord. A lot of the hams are using Discord to use for back and forth chit chat. And there's another one called Groups.io that a lot of the clubs have. So those are two other tools to look at if y'all like to at some point. So with that, I'll turn it back to Net Control, W2WLD, KG5PT.
Thank you, James, for the recommendation. Yeah, I think I was a skeptic. I had never used NetLogger before, never ran across it. But boy, was I wrong. It's a hell of a tool. Especially if you've got somebody like Lee, N5BE, handling it, making all the entries and moving people around appropriately. It's worked out very well for us. Okay, let me recognize a couple of people, our members that are listening. We have my neighbor Ray in New Jersey, WB2JJO, and he's suffering an embarrassment of antenna right now. And we have Chris, who's at work, KS5KY. Don't get in trouble, Chris. But good to have you both in there listening. Did I miss anyone on the original list? Did I miss anyone? Please call now. No, I'm going to go over the question, and then we'll see if there are any late check-ins, and then start our 73 round. We got plenty of time this morning. Questions were about the German V1 bomb, guided missile, unguided missile, if you will. And we were looking for which one of the names that I gave was not a reference to the V1. Well, the A, Hellhound, that was what the Germans referred to it as, a Hellehund. So that was one name that was applied to the V1. The Allies used Buzzbomb, Doodlebug, and Maybug. So Bravo and Charlie were references to the V1 bomb. And I found that Finland, the Finnish, called it the flying torpedo. So Delta, that was one I thought would attract more people. But that, in fact, was a name applied to the V1. So the answer I was looking for was Echo. All of the above names referred to the V1. Bonus question, what caused the buzz for the buzz bomb? Attacking, nobody selected Alpha. Kind of silly, actually, although the Stuka bomber had a noisemaker on it to make it more terrifying. So the Germans were not above doing that. But no, there was no attached buzzing device. Let me go to Charlie. The wooden wing resonant sound, no. I was surprised that the V1 had wooden wings, but that was not what made it buzz. What I found most often as an answer to what caused the buzz bomb to buzz was the rapid cycling of louvers near the intake. So Delta was the answer that I was looking for. However, I have been convinced after all the arguments, and certainly don't want to be accused of chicanery, so I will also accept Bravo. So the bonus question, Bravo Delta, and the initial question, all of the above. Echo, break. Okay, are there any late check-ins for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net? Call now. Now let's try a call from California. John, WA6LJS, the last call, please.
Wilco, this WA6LJS relaying for Net Control. Last call for check-ins, either late members or visitors. Call now. Nothing heard out west. Back to Net.
Thank you, John. Let's go to our mobiles for the 73 round. Uncle Cliff, W5TIX, 73. Anyone here, Cliff? John, W6LJS, would you give him a call, please?
Yeah, it's W5PIX, Clifford. You're up 73 round clip. No, he must be loading or unloading. Nothing heard.
Or in a long tunnel. Okay, well, let's go to our other mobile, Larry, KB0LTT. What state are you in now, Larry?
Yeah, Bill, I am in Illinois, and there is still light snow coming down, and the temperature is around 14 degrees right now. High temperature here is going to be around 18. So that's a heat wave compared to what I've been experiencing over the weekend. Well, since Saturday and up until today, my high temperature was 2 degrees, and the low temperature was up to 14. 24 degrees as a high temperature, what you spoke of earlier on my first go-around. I don't even want to think about that. I have experienced it, but I want to put that as far out of my mind as possible. Incidentally, during the net, Sam Casey called me up. I purchased tickets yesterday for Hamcation for 2 RVs and two attendance tickets as well. And I really like the guys there at Hamcation. They want to make sure that everything is right, so they gave me a call to confirm that I had actually ordered 2 RV tickets and 2 personal tickets for attendance, just to be on the safe side. So the guys down there at Hamcation are really on the ball. Definitely looking forward to it next month. With that, Bill, back over to you, Best 73. Great net as usual. W2WLD and the Flyers, KB0LTT 18-wheel mobile in Illinois. Back to you, sir.
Yeah, Larry, when 24 below, when you walk out, your nostrils freeze shut. That's how you know. And it sounds like fun. I'm sure you're going to enjoy that Hamcation, I guess you call it. Okay, Lee, N5 Bravo Echo W2WLD 73.
Oh, okay, Bill, I withdraw my chicanery accusation. I really enjoyed this question. So well done. Brought back some memories of college, and yeah, if we were really good, I mean a really good student, if we got all gold stars that week, we got to run the F-86D, and right on the other side of the blast fence was a Frito-Lay facility that was churning out corn chips. Boy, they didn't like it when we cranked up that F-86. The doors would come flying open, and they'd be out there yelling at us, and that just made us go to 10% power. W2WLD N5B 73, Bill.
Okay, Lee, was that a wind tunnel? Was that a wind tunnel over?
Negative. No, not a wind tunnel. Just outside.
Well, I hope you were wearing ear protection. My gosh. All right, Tom, 73, KA4YES W2WLD. Okay, Tom, very good. John, Yankee Oscar, 73.
Yeah, 73, everybody. We just kind of dropped out here at the very end, Bill. So I hope everybody has a good W2WLD day.
Okay, Russ, 73 to you, and John, 73 to you. Commander Bob, K1, K1DOB, W2WLD, 73, Bob.
Okay, Bill, interesting question. I enjoyed that. I'll look back at the old Z1 rocket. It was called lots of things. Anyway, I'd never heard of the one that was D there. I don't have it in front of me. Thanks again. Thank you, Charlie, and thank you, Leon, for all you guys do. Really appreciate it. And James, I'd like to talk to you again maybe sometime. Echolink is not working here. I've been trying all morning to get on Echolink. I know some of you may be having the same issue. I just cannot get on it. It doesn't even try to get on. I changed proxies and nothing helps. But anyway, food for thought there. And yeah, James, PTE, KG5, PTE, James, I'm going to put together a schedule for a 40-meter net. And as a lot of you know, John has served well in the second week out of the month on fulfilling the 40-meter net with others of us. I'd like to work James into the queue on that and put you in there. Maybe you can change off with SJP. I need to talk to him also there, James. So thank you, Bill, and thanks for letting me do a public announcement. Appreciate the net and you being a controller since I can remember. K1BOB, you're old. Back to you, Bill. Oh, by the way, the V1 rocket is about a 2,000-pound bomb, and that was probably the biggest conventional bomb that we dropped with consistency from the F-111. We would carry 4 of them, and it was a very streamlined load. But boy, you could tell the difference when you look back and see how much dust it brought up off one of the fake targets out at Nellis. K1BOB, thanks, Bill. I'll be clear.
Yeah, you're welcome, Bob, and you got a terrible weapon. Joe, W5ABI, 73.
W2WLD, W5ABI. Good net, Bill. Good question. I got part of it right. One more comment. I don't know if people realize that White Sands missile range extends almost up to Albuquerque. It's about 200 miles long, and it's mainly leaf land, so that's a big missile range. Anyhow, 73 is you and all the flyers. W2WLD, W5ABI.
73, Joe. John, W7AJN, W2WLD, 73. W2WLD, W7AJN. Good question. Interesting discussion. Enjoyed it. 73, all the flyers out there. Make it a wonderful day. You're in touch. And don't let the old man in. I like that one, too. Let's see, Mike, WW5ENZ, 73, Mike.
Okay, W2WLD, WW5ENZ here. Yeah, 73 Bill, great net. And you know, you learn something all the time on this. And it was pretty neat. And I didn't even know about the foreign countries names for it. I should have thought of that. Anyway, take care, everybody. Have a great day. And hopefully everybody will keep warm out there and stay on the warm side of the door. WW5ENZ, 73, y'all.
Okay, Mike. Well, you're punching through the background noise and QRM, so you got a nice piercing audio there. Let's see, Charlie, K4YDB, W2WLD. Thanks again, Charlie.
W2WLD, K4YDB. Well, thanks, Dale. Bill, for doing the net for us today. It was a good net overall. I mean, the conditions were pretty good here. I was hearing just about everybody. Anyway, 73s, everybody have a great day. I'm going to get ready to go uptown. It's K4YDB, back to net.
All right, let's go to John, WA6LJS. John, thanks as usual. Thank you for all the help today. 73.
Okay, fine, Bill. W2WLD, WA6LJS. Well, we're rapidly warming up out here. It's already up to 55 degrees. That's what happens when we get these Santa Anas. The winds come off the desert and it warms up. But thank goodness it's not a strong wind so far. So as long as it stays, maybe 5 or 10 knots, there's no problem. But we'll be sitting on pins and needles, hoping that it doesn't pick up there. And I didn't mention we had a good 40-meter net last night. The conditions were quite nice. Everybody, I don't even think I used the SDR. We switched frequencies. We ought to maybe pick a permanent frequency. frequency because this 7210 is very crowded with other nets that are down just a little bit. But I think we went up to 7214 and it was quite clear up there. So anyway, we'll see how things go. Other than that, thanks for running things. Good question today, Bill. Back to you, W2WLD, WA6LJS.
Very fine, John, and you're still punching through very well. Also, let's see, Mike, KF0OPE, 73, Mike.
All right, Bill. Well, good net today. Good question. I always learn something. Thanks to Charlie for the live stream and Leon for net logging. Have a great day, everybody. 7-3. Back to W2WLD and the net, KF0OP.
Okay, we'll go to James. Last one on the list, I think, KG5PTE, W2WLD, 73.
W2WLD, KG5PT, well, 7-3, Bill, thanks for running the net. Everybody sounded good both here on the electric radio and here locally as well. And I'll be on Echo Link for those that can get on. And catch y'all later, KG5PT, 7-3.
7-3, James. And if you're still listening, a tip of the hat to Ray, WB2JJO, and also Chris, KS5KY. That's the end of the list. Before I close the net, are there any final comments? Come now. Whiskey 4, what is the suffix, please? Okay, very good. Well, good morning to you. Yeah, we're closing the net down, but you're welcome to join us anytime. We start at 1600 Zulu on UTC, and always on this frequency if it's open. So thanks again for checking in. Any other final comments? Call now. All right, this has been the Wednesday edition of the Air Force Supplier Club Net. Thank you all who participated, the check-ins, and special thanks to those who helped with relays and NetLogger and no simulcast today. The net is now closed. 73 all. W2WLD off and clear.
W2WLD, WB2BGI. Copy, Bill?
WB2BGI. Good morning, Nick.
Yeah, good morning, Bill, from not so warm Florida here. I'm sure you heard they have 10 inches, as much as 10 inches of snow to our north. Accumulated